If you're just starting in design or you have been at it for a while, this video is going to show you what sets the best designers apart so that you can skip the mistakes and start building the winning habits right away. I'm sharing the 7 habits that completely changed how I work, grow, and collaborate as a designer. These aren't shortcuts or hacks, they're real habits I've built over the years that help me go from a junior designer to leading and mentoring other designers today. Let's start with habit number 1. Start with why. Don't design the solutions before you understand the problem. Too many designers hear the design brief or they talk to the product managers and they jump right into Figma. Instead, pause and ask these questions. Why does this problem exist? Who has this problem? What if we do nothing about this problem? Answering these questions are essential. For example, if somebody asks for a redesign of their dashboard, ask, why do you want to redesign it? Is it overwhelming, confusing, not getting used by the users, or is it taking them too much time to do the task? You might learn that users are ignoring it not because how it looks, but because it shows irrelevant data and they're not able to take action on that. Great design starts from framing the right problem, and that starts by understanding before you jump to design. Habit number 2, think in systems, not in screens. Design for consistency and reuse, not isolated elements and screens. Create components, templates, and reusable patterns. For example, instead of designing 10 different buttons for the 10 different places it will be used, design a button component with variations of different sizes as well as states. For example, default, hover state, loading state, disabled state. These are super helpful for you to reuse, but also help the development team while using them. System thinking is scalable thinking. This helps the team move much faster, be more consistent with the product, and reduce the time of development. Habit number 3, show your work early and get feedback. Don't wait until it is perfect to get feedback. Get feedback when you're still in the idea phase, not when you have already spent days polishing the mockup. So if you have a pencil wireframe, if you have created some rough first draft from AI, show it to people, get feedback. It could be your internal team as well as the external users. So for example, when I was designing a payment flow, I sketched it on paper, showed it to the PM and the developer, and they pointed out a key technical limitation which I hadn't thought of, and that saved me hours. Think about if I would have gone through the entire process, I would have to revisit them and make changes in the final polished design and then make it polished again. Early feedbacks help you with lesser number of revision. It's also about becoming more collaborative with your team so that your design vision can come to life. Habit number 4, always be capturing. Build a library of the things or interactions or UX that you like. So if you like the animation on some page, if you like how somebody has structured the information, always keep taking the screenshots or recording your screen and store it at one place so that while you are designing something new, you can refer to it. Screenshots of good UI flows, well-written error messages, save onboarding journey that impressed you or made it much easier for you to onboard. Over time, you'll build a swipe file that helps you become much faster and better as a designer because you'll not be looking from it from scratch. You're already spending time in collecting the interactions that you like, what you like about them, and by the time that you will be using some of it, it will be ingrained in you and you will also know that what to use when. I once redesigned an e-commerce journey for a Indonesian startup, and instead of starting from zero, I referenced the 3 patterns I had already observed on platforms like Amazon, Blinkit, Zepto, and Zomato in India. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Learn from what's working and put your flavor, your brand's flavor to it. Habit number 5, ask better feedback questions. Don't ask what do you think about it. Be specific about it. Generic question means you will get generic feedback. Specific question lead to actionable feedback that you can use and incorporate in your design. For example, when showing the landing page of a product, you need to not ask question, hey, what do you think about it? Instead, you can ask, hey, what this landing page is about? What is the USP of this product? Does the CTA feel clear and trustworthy? Would a first-time visitor know what this page is about in under 5 seconds? These will help you get targeted response, not an option like, hey, I don't like it, or just a plain simple looks good. You have to control the feedback conversation and don't let it go wild. Habit number 6, use real content, not lorem ipsum. Design for how it will be used, what will be the real kind of data that will be coming. You might not be considering the text fields which will be much longer than you have anticipated. So work with real data or realistic data. Don't use dummy data or lorem ipsum. For example, a junior designer recently showed a product card design with lorem ipsum, but when we plugged it into a real title like noise, color fit, pulse, grand smartwatch, the entire card broke. The card was not designed to accommodate such long product names. Real content reveals real problems with the design, and you can fix it before you hand it off to the developers and it goes live. Habit number 7, connect your designs to outcomes. You're not designing screens, you're solving problems. Tie your design decisions to metrics or goals of the users, business, team, or personal learning that you want to learn. Every screen that you design should contribute to a measurable outcome which can be quantified in some sense. For example, I redesigned an onboarding flow that increased the conversion rate from 38% to 70%. That helped reduce the churn, and more number of people who showed interest actually became the users. That's not just good UX, that's also good business. Great designers doesn't just design screens, they also speak the language of the users and stakeholders, and they care about these metrics. Since you are still here, here's a bonus habit that you can practice. Document as you go, not after the project or once you will start writing the case study. Till that time, a lot of the context and everything will be lost. Your brain is for ideas, not for remembering every small details or things for a long period of time. So what does it mean? Take notes of every design decisions, feedback and iterations, and document why you have made those design decisions. For example, in a case study, you'll need to explain why you removed a feature or why you chose a certain layout. If you didn't write it down, you will forget. A lot of people think about writing case studies when they will get to it, but good documentation is the first step while doing the project to actually make a great case study later. Take these habits with you. To wrap up, these habits are not magic, they are muscle. The more you practice them, the more effective, confident and impactful you become as a designer. So just to quickly recap all the habits for you. Start with why, think in systems, show your work early, always be capturing, ask better feedback questions, use real content, connect to business outcomes, and document as you go. Let me know in the comments which of these habits are you already following or which one do you want to pick up next. If you found this helpful, like this video, share it with a designer friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more real world UX insights. I'll see you in the next one.